A path out of lockdown for Victoria. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian Heiser here and welcome to another episode of Heiser Says. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this latest media release, breaking news, which has come from the Premier of Victoria, Dan Andrews, regarding a path out of lockdown. Now, not too long ago, probably about 2 hours ago, before I had lunch, I just hit publish on a video I recently did about the potential for an extended stage 4 lockdown and looking at some articles written. In that video, I was quite adamant and concerned that a path out of lockdown hadn't been articulated, hadn't been shared with the people. Because even just having a plan is going to give people hope. And I'm surprised at how many emails and messages I got from all of you about my little friend here, the gecko, running along the back wall. That's a very common sight in Queensland, particularly in all Queenslanders, houses that you cannot seal up at all. It's impossible to seal up these houses from, insects and things outside. I love the geckos because they eat all the insects, so they're our friends. They're good. So yes, that's why you'll see them running around and they'll make noises and fight. It's part of Queensland life. But nonetheless, it looks like now there is a path, or at least the beginnings of one. So let's go through this and see if it's a good thing. Now, before I do, I'm going to have a shot of coffee and let you get your. Working together to reopen Victoria safely. So it's not about reopening Victoria, it's reopening it safely, everyone. This is what it's all tied to. It's just safety. We're so safety conscious in Australia to the point where, we're scared to take any risks at all. At all. You've got to do safety design assessment. Like I have to do a risk assessment for every project I do. It's just ludicrous. In the legislation, it has to be extraordinary risks that you have to identify, but then you've got some bureaucrats for government organizations wanting you to identify every little tiny thing. And the one story I had was going out and working on a project out at Ipswich train station, and QR were going, we need to do an inspection of the building. I'm going, it's a police station. There's nothing exceptional there. It's. And they go, no, we insist. So we walk through the whole thing. I had to drive all the way out there. All this time, waste, people walking around, no problems. And then I said, okay, come and have a look. And I took them to a fire exit and said, look at this. All this garbage here clogging up an egress path. This is an escape path from downstairs. You've got another one without any lights on. These are real issues. Do you think anything happened about that? Not a thing. Anyway, let's get back to this. The Victorian government will release its reopening roadmap this Sunday, the 6th of September, providing certainty and clarity to communities and businesses alike. Ahead of this release, the government will commence an intensive and extensive round of discussions with industry, unions and community organisations to inform the final development of Victoria's roadmap to COVID normal. See, it's not even normal, it's COVID normal. Oh boy. This consultation will be based around 6 principles for industry on a COVID-safe reopening based on the best advice from our public health experts. An imperative to keeping our community safe. We need the voices of industry to inform how this reopening can happen practically, safely and steadily. This will be vital to planning what a COVID normal will look like, industry by industry. I don't like this term, COVID normal. I don't like that at all. We need normal, not a new normal. Oh boy. Maybe I've been watching too much computing forever, guys. Many of the key principles are things Victorian businesses... What Victorian businesses? Are there any left? Are they going to risk opening up? And workplaces continue to practice every day. Ensuring physical distancing, including following density requirements. Making sure staff work from home wherever possible. Limiting the total number of staff and customers in an enclosed area. And stopping carpooling. Oh, well, take that, environment. You can't carpool. Wearing a face covering at all times in the workplace and ensuring full PPE is worn in high-risk settings. Requiring hygienic workplaces, with high touch points regularly cleaned, staff regularly washing their hands, and hand sanitizers available for all staff and customers. Continuing to act quickly if staff become unwell by having a strict policy that supports them to stay home and get tested even if they have mild symptoms. All places of work need to have a plan to act immediately if there is a confirmed case, and records must be kept of all staff, customers, and visitors. Recognizing there is no one-size-fits-all solution, the government will commit to tailoring guidance to different industries as part of the roadmap. Additionally, wherever possible, workforce bubbles should be created to limit the number of staff who have prolonged in close contact with each other. This really is such an antisocial approach, isn't it? To achieve this, teams of staff could be rostered on the same shift, with no overlap in shift changes and a reduction in staff working across multiple sites. Well, I've seen construction companies do that to minimize their risk. And honestly, that just makes sense to ensure that you don't lose potential workforce and you keep your productivity at a high level. Under the proposed framework, meetings and lunchtimes could also look different, with enclosed spaces avoided whenever possible. Well, that's no different for lunch as I always have. Opening doors and windows for airflow rather than relying only on reticulated air, and moving tea rooms and lunch breaks outside, along with meetings and team catch-ups, all help reduce risk. So then why can't people go outside more? Why can't people go outside more? As part of our work to finalise the roadmap, the government has also consulted with community support organisations on the impact of social isolation on Victorians. The government will also seek feedback on the current worker permit system and childcare arrangements, and these insights will be vital as we transition to a new pandemic normal. I feel bad saying that. I feel bad reading that, everyone. I really do. Wait till we start seeing it more and more in the media. Wait till we start seeing it more and more in the media, till it starts becoming part of people's normal language. Engagement with industry, union and community organisations will take place from today, with advice to then be provided to Victoria's public health team, who will consider feedback as work on the roadmap continues. Based on the outcomes of these consultations, the government and our health experts will finalise the plan for reopening by the end of the week. For more information about consultations, contact Brisbane Victoria on 13 22 15. Quotes attributed to Daniel Andrews. We know every Victorian wants certainty about the future for them, for their family, and for their work. By the end of the week, we'll lay out a plan to reopen our state. Well, he's right. Workplaces will need to look very different as we find our way to our COVID norm, or normal. By working with businesses, we'll make sure this can happen practically and safely. Quotes attributed to the Minister for Industry, Support and Recovery, Martin Pukula. We've said from the start that supporting our businesses will be crucial as we rebuild. That's why we're bringing them to the table as work continues on our future roadmap. Over the next few days, we'll be talking through our COVID-safe principles to ensure businesses can survive, adapt, and most importantly, open up safely. Well, good. At least they are taking steps. At least they are taking steps to open up their businesses, to open them up, and to address the issues that people are going to encounter with this. Because, I mean, it's not a good thing to be going through with these insane lockdowns. So we'll have to see. We'll have to keep our eyes and ears open for the 6th of September to see what the restrictions or what the exit strategy is, the plan out. At the very least, this is a very good step. This is a good step, you know, and I applaud Andrews for taking this initiative to get something out there to at least calm down some people, give people just a path out, which is good. Hopefully there'll be an end. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or KuCoin. You can buy merch from Heiser Says, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care. I'll see you next time.